What's going on, people, and welcome back to Rootz TV, man. Still in the grassroots setting as always, keeping it grassroots. And we're here to talk about Baller League Part 2 or Week 2. Now, let's start from the top of the show because there's loads to unpack. Starting off with the gaffer, the main guy, the head honcho in charge, coming out. And it's nothing like the CEO coming out and saying that heads are going to roll due to some audio issues, which he's right, though. He's got high standards. He knows what he wants. You know, he's seen it work in Germany. He's seen it work in the US as well. And obviously now it's brought to the UK, and he's seeing things that he doesn't like. But again, it's not the most positive way to start the show, but he's got high standards, which is great for the show.
I mean, not good, no, after starting like this again, no audio again for 5 minutes. So I'm German, what can I say? Where I'm from, you get fired for that. So I don't know who's gonna get fired, but somebody's gonna get fired.
Do you know what I mean? If he let things slide, then you know, who knows what's gonna happen. So it's kind of good and a bad thing at the same time, but I just thought that was kind of interesting that the CEO is saying that basically someone's getting sacked in the morning. Hopefully no one's lost their job off the back of that. He's only joking. You know what it's like with some German humour. But yeah, that was a fun way to start the show. On to the first game, which was MVP versus Mini Minutes team M7. Interesting game for a lot of reasons. The first one, Arj unfortunately came off injured. Shout out Arj. Plays for numerous amount of teams, B2R, All Nations, to name a few. Femi, if you follow Femi from basically non-league, Mr. I score goals on a daily basis, not even just on a weekly basis, on a daily basis. He scored, shock. But the interesting kind of story of the whole game was, you know, Mini Minutes team went 2-0 up. And then got clawed back to 3-2. So it's kind of interesting to see that they were cruising at one stage. Now, there's a bit of controversy around the third goal. There was claims of the ball went out, there was claims of there was a foul, but none of them were true, and the goal obviously stood, and MVPs went on to get the win. Shout out Ross's team, of course, who placed MVPs. And then that was a nice, comfortable win, and unfortunate loss for M7.
He's going to win his next game, but you never know, man. He had a few antics as well.
Here we go.
Oh!
See you later.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Hang on a second. There's been a referee challenge. Crazy part is he saying the ball's out of play, or is it?
The first camera angle maybe again?
I think they're trying to see
challenge
if it's offside.
is unsuccessful.
Yeah,
goal
there's nothing.
Awarded.
Yeah, there was nothing there.
Challenge unsuccessful and the goal scored.
Well, the crazy part is he was actually challenging for a free kick against him.
Now, there's shouts of robbery, but Marv, me and you both know that goal was good. People were trying to say that the ball went out. People were trying to say there was a foul in between that whole third goal, but look, goal was given, and MVPs went on to get the win. And it was nice for Maya Jama to make an appearance, even though it was during half-time. On to the next game that had Wembley Rangers versus Vision FC. Now, if you're in and around the small-sided circuit and you watch a lot of YouTube football, you recognise some familiar faces on both sides. Domingos Perez on Wembley Rangers side. Oz from SC Dons has been drafted in as one of the wild cards. He was on Wembley Rangers as well. And Ruben Jr., who formerly was of Baiteze, was on that side as well. And then on Vision FC, managed by Manny and Toby, you've got KO5, of course. You've got Montel McKenzie. The standout moments for me really came from Florian. Shout out Florian, Mr. Big Time, CRC, bro.
Where's the drills? Where's the tactics
What a pass that is, what a layoff.
Here we go. Oh! Darrington!
You might recognise this name, Pharrell Mensah, formerly played for the Wall, played for Saha, and you might see him down in the South London League as well. Shout out to them as well. He had an absolute barnstormer of a game. Barnstormer? Flipping hell. Don't know where I've got that one from. Barnstormer of a game, we'll go with that, we'll run with that. He had a worldie of a game, that's it, that's more football terminology. Had a goal, scored a goal, got an assist, sat the keeper down as well. Fantastic outing, and yeah, they got the dub, 4-2.
Provided the first goal, is he going to put them 2-1 up? See you later. And a goal finish.
On to the next one, which was N5 versus Deportivo, which is the Invincibles basically versus, what's the name of their podcast again? Shearer, Lineker and Richards. I honestly forgot the name of their podcast, but it's a fantastic podcast. Clearly I watch it. Now the main focus for this one was Jolyon Lescott, of course, was called up as a wild card. At the age of 42, was playing against all these young bucks. Now, listen, I'm not age shaming because I'm not too far off that age myself, but I just thought that this whole Baller League was for more unsigned talent, maybe giving them an opportunity. Technically, he's unsigned, but you know, you've known him from playing Premier League football all these years, and it's just a shame that all the focus was on him, who's just come in. I get it, he's high profile, but at the same time, there are ballers in that league. That was just my only little gripe. And I think by this stage as well, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but KSI was on commentary for like a long time. And at this period of time, I've got in my notes, this is when he was finally started to kind of gripe on me. And I think he was griping on a few other people as well. Like, he was refreshing at first, should I say, but after a while, it was just like, oh my God, can this guy stop laughing at every single thing? It's good because he's the president, and it's nice that people are making appearances, but maybe need to turn it down a little bit. Not everyone is a KSI fan, clearly, by the feedback that was going on X and Instagram and even in the chat as well. But it was nice to hear a different voice. Maybe just turning it down a little bit. But yeah, going back to the game now, fantastic game. The scoreline obviously was an entertaining one, 7-3 Depot Trio. And yeah, he was fully, this is what I remember him for as well, fully just getting on Lundberg. I think Lundberg walked out, probably not because of the commentary, but I think by that stage, his team was getting spanked. And yeah, Depot Trio get the second dub in their second week as well. Stand-up moments for me in that game, Owen Locke scored from his own half as well. It was into an empty net, albeit, but when the goalkeeper scores, it's a talking point. And also Mr. Garcia for Depot Trio, an absolute find, absolute gem, getting on the score sheet as well a few times. So those were the standout moments from that game. But yeah, the Invincibles are yet to win. Yes, they are invincible, as he kept saying. And also, the gaffer might have to be sacked if he carries on like this. On to the next game. It was the 26ers, John Terry's team versus Yanited, Angry Ginge'S team. The most notable moments from this game, no PK Humble. Apparently he was in New York. Might be still in New York by the time I'm recording this video, which Angry Ginger was pissed about, clearly. But listen, when you're high profile and you're the first Baller League UK goal scorer, you can do those sort of things, you know what I mean? Whether he gets fined a week wages or not, he probably doesn't even care. Also got to shout out Levi Alcoa, who's in attendance for that game. It's nice to see Premier League ballers coming down and making an appearance and rating it as well. I think last week was Wesley Fofana was down. He was there for, well, he was claiming that he's going to play for SDS. I don't know if SDS can afford him, but it was nice to see Levi Alcoa in attendance watching the game. The 26ers game versus Yanited, 7-5 it ended. Angry Ginge, he's doing bits right now. Whether you've got PK Humble in the team or not, you've got the goal of the season arguably scored in your game.
What a touch.
Oh my God!
Without your main man. You've then beaten, what, the Invincibles one week, and then you've beaten a Chelsea legend the next week. He's pretty much completed it already, and he's only in week 2. They stay undefeated, top of the table, and no one can chat to man. No one can chat to Angry Ginge right now. He's actually taking it properly seriously. He's taking it proper seriously, and yeah, he's doing bits right now. Shout out Angry Ginge and United. On to the next game, arguably the game of the night. I think it was the game of the night anyway. 4-3 it ended. Santan FC versus SDS. What a game. Like, the goals, the skills on offer was absolutely top tier. You gotta admit, for the people that are hating against Baller League as well on X and saying what was the standard like and all the rest of it, now come on man, get over it. If you wanted to apply, you could have applied. Do you know what I mean? Just like everyone else applied to. You would have gone through the trials, you would have done your thing. So come on, get over yourselves, man, come on. Anyway, getting back to it. Santan brought in some wild cards, or their newest wild card, should I say, was Nile Ranger. Shout out Nile Ranger, former of Newcastle United. Albie was a wild card from before, kept him on another week, and boy, listen, I've seen Albie gone from, when was it? I first started this channel in 2018, and I met Albie in 2019, playing for Rising Ballers. And to see where he's gone on from is good to see. It's great to see, in fact, because he's gone on to play for not only Lambeth Full Stars, who ended up winning the London Cup, but also he's played for locally around here, AFC Hampstead Town. And even in these couple of weeks, he's gone from going viral from Kieran Clark to going viral by himself. So, this swings and roundabouts. That's what it's like in football, isn't it? But a big shout out to Albie with that cheeky flick.
I've done just that.
Oh my goodness.
That is a beautiful goal. Wow.
That's beautiful.
Wow.
Albie Sheehan.
Wow.
He wasn't drafted 2 weeks ago in the Baller
Wow.
League. He was a wild card last week and he was that good.
Wow.
They called him back a second time.
Wow. Keeper
But it
wasn't
won't
expecting
get
that.
much better than that.
And then the third goal as well. I can't remember the name of him, but the third goal, ball rolled in. I think it's from Mike. Shout out Mike Hill. And then just the first time finish left foot. Big John, no chance.
Momentum switches, people get nervous.
Shot comes in!
Oh my word!
David Solademi! He's not just a defender, he's a goal scorer as well.
In fact, Big John, if you're watching, bro, it was peak. It was peak for you, bro. Had a bit of a stinker that game, didn't ya? But shout out to you nonetheless. But yeah, what a fantastic game overall. 4-3 it ended. And, you know, that is what Ball League should be about. Like, if you're going to watch anything Ball League related, that is the game to watch. And then on to the last game, which was RTW versus TFC, Treble FC. Basically, I'm going to call it Smalls FC, man. Shout out Smalls, Northwest legend. I'm putting you up there, legendary. And shout out Manny as well from Top Baller as well, Mr. Ruben Amberim. But yeah, 5-1 it ended. 5 goals. Was it 5 goals in the last 8 minutes? Yes, 5 goals in the last 8 minutes. And Smalls, again, on the score sheet once again.
So you got 3 on 2 here. Amin Bilad! Amin Bilad scores again! 5 goals in the Baller League.
Jogging backwards.
Amin Bilad, does he want to find a pass? Does it need it? Hat-trick hero.
In fact, he's now the top goal scorer of the league entirely. And again, please put some respect on his name, literally. Spell his name correctly. It's Amin, not Amid, whoever made that graphic. But yeah, he's absolutely killing it for the league right now. But again, anyone who's watched small-sided football and watched him play ball, whether it be at Wembley goals, whether it be internationals, you would know this already. So this is what I'm trying to say in the first video and the previous draft night video. If you guys done your research on these players, rather than just making it all about the celebrities, I get it. You need the celebrities to get the eyeballs, but these players actually have history as well. You would know these sort of things as well. But shout out Smalls, Northwest legend, done his thing, and again, he's the top goal scorer for a reason, man. MVP of the night went to Francis Gerrard. I don't know why I said Gerrard like. Francis Gerrard Mampolo.
3 points on the board. Mampolo round up in line.
He scored! I don't see him.
He's in the dugout. He's just in the corner of the dugout. Game over.
Surely he's gone now. Oh my God.
But it could have arguably gone to either Albie or Smalls, one of those two. I don't know, maybe I'm just being biased because I know them both, but again, they both had worldies of a night as well. Overall, I have to give Baller League Week 2 an 8 out of 10. They have slightly improved over the previous week, but still more improvements to make. I like the fact that they had a little halftime show. I think that was a sponsor, so obviously they had to fulfill that sponsorship with a fan or fans engagement. But overall, it still hasn't changed too much apart from the wildcard editions, which is nice to see. You know, getting the X-Pros down, yeah, it might bump up the numbers online, but I'm more of a grassroots man, so I appreciate, like, you know, showing the interest towards more of the grassroots players rather than the pros or the X-Pros that have had their time. Do you know what I mean? Like, I thought, like, this is an opportunity for more of the small-sided players or the non-league players to get more of a shine. It would be more interesting to see them get more spotlight than, you know, the X-Pros making it all about Joni and Lescott, or do you know what I mean? Like, that's just my point of view. Let us know your thoughts in the comment section below. I think that the KSI edition was good in terms of the numbers that he brings to the table. There's no getting around it that he has a huge audience. He is where he is for a reason. They made him president for a reason because he brings numbers to the show. You know, he's done this sort of thing before with Misfits and all his other ventures, but I think like he grated on me a little bit too much towards the end of it, or even towards the middle of it, to be honest. And it's kind of good to kind of get him off after a while. But I'm always positive about people trying to make sort of changes to it. But I don't know, there needs to be more of additions to it. It's good to see that Mika Rich has turned up for the Tepo Trio lads, representing the brand. Maya Jama, you know, she got caught in London traffic, but it's got nice to see her make an appearance for her team. I feel like if you're committed to this, be committed. And I feel like the influencers that tend to be more committed are seeing more of the rub of it. You know, SDS, they're bringing fans down. I like the flags and stuff like that. Angry Ginge is making a real effort in it, and it's showing as well. Uncle Ian showed up. Obviously, he had England duties the previous week, so he turned up. Obviously, left a bit disappointed, but he turned up as well. So it's nice to see that the influencers that are attached to these teams are here and making an appearance. I'm thinking we're going to see a couple more transfers, if I'm being honest, or a couple more wild cards, because obviously it's not looking too good. If you're looking at the table now, United still at the top, 6 points. Depot Trio, 6 points. Santan, 6 points, and MVP's on 6 as well. Vision picked up their first win, of course. Treble, not too far behind them. And then SDS on 3 alongside M7, and there's still no wins for Clint's team, Uncle Ian's team, or the 26ers. And Invincibles are indeed look invincible. Oh God, I can't believe I'm using that line. But it's positive, it's positive, it's still in its infancy, it's still week 2, week 3, it'll be interesting to see what they implement. The CEO is still looking to change things, and he's still looking for improvements, and I think there will be. I know there will be, because this has to work. You can't put that much behind it and not work, but it would be nice to see more grassroots players getting involved and telling their stories. I think the art of storytelling is missing here. Getting to know these people on a more personal level, or getting people that do know them, it would be better, because otherwise there's a couple times, like even on commentary, there's times where people are commentating and I'm like, I don't know who scored, or I don't know this player, or I don't know this name, sort of thing. And I'm like, I know his name. So it would be nice to like have a crib sheet, if you like, that's have all of the information of these players, like what they do, what their day job might be, so you kind of make it more relatable to the people watching at home, because otherwise it's just a name and a number. Some of them just had baller on the back of their shirt because they're wild cards. Do you know what I mean? So these are the sort of little things that would make more sense for people like us at home watching to know. It's good to see that it was more packed. I think them lowering the prices as well down to £15, I believe, was better, just to get bums on seats. Clearly they don't need the money because it's been well invested, but to make it more of a arena feel, they need to get more people in. The 5:30 kickoff probably does suffer a little bit because people finishing at 5, I can't see them rushing in madly to get there. So I don't know if they can do anything with kickoff times. Maybe play two games at the same time. Is that an option? I don't know, but it's nice to see it more packed by the looks of it. So it looks like the later games have more fans in there, and then by the time it gets to the end game, because it is a tiring night if you're watching the whole thing, 6 hours a week is a long slog. So I don't know if there's ways in and around that just to kind of keep things at a steady level, if that means swapping people out on commentary duty. I don't know, maybe playing 2 games at the same time, that may be an option, who knows. But overall, it's a steady 8 out of 10. It's still improving, but there's still room for growth and improvement. So let us know your thoughts in the comment section below. I'm quite cold despite being sunny, so I'm going to get out of here. But thanks for listening. If you've got to this point in time, shout out to you. And if there's any moments that you can resonate with, please let us know in your comment section below. If there's anything I should cover in the next one, let us know as well. Even if you think I should do this live, it might be beneficial. So let us know your thoughts in the comment section below. But anyway, that's me rambling on. Thank you for always watching and tuning in, and your comments on Instagram and TikTok and YouTube as well. I'm grateful for. And yeah, keep it green, keep it seen on Rootz TV. Peace.